Well, hello and howdy ho everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. In the last episode, we saw Yulmore elect a new mayor. We did a little more with the whole helping of our souls. God, the helping of our souls? What the hell am I thinking? Made more progress toward helping our friends get home in one piece, as it were. We also saw the rise of some new antagonists, some new threats, and some new mysteries that we'll have to solve in due time. But for now, we're going to have, by all accounts, a shorter episode, just because we're going to be taking care of the two dungeons that are considered optional in Shadowbringers. Everything else is tied to the main story, or is either a raid or a trial or something to that effect. But this is one of the dungeons that you can elect to skip, though I choose not to. Oh, Land Dweller, you are one of the Ancient's messengers, yes? How fortunate I have found you. We need your help. Ever since the Abyss was lit with the city's lanterns, a great beast the likes of which we have never seen has begun hunting near the cups. It thrashes and gnashes with its cavernous maw, leaving nothing but tattered flesh in its wake. The eldest of the Oth fear it is an omen, a harbinger of our people's destruction. Have we angered the ancients? We cannot know. We dare not enter their sacred abode without first receiving their blessings. That is why I came to this town of land dwellers, to seek those who had helped us before, and here you are. Please enter the ancient city once more, speak with them, and learn what we have done to earn their ire. A hostile creature of unknown origin threatens the lives of the Ondo people. Perhaps the clerk in Amarat's bureau of the administrator can shed some light on this mystery beast. Well, since Amarat is still a thing, at least currently, let's go and pay the Ancient Shades a visit. I do love this music. Amarat's such a sad and peaceful place. How may I help you? And this beast was like no other, you say? Judging by the description, it may very well be one of the new types of fauna being created by the researchers of the Academia Uniter. As such, this matter is out of my purview. I suggest you take your claims to the Bureau of the Architect, or better yet, speak with an Academia scholar directly. You will find the Academia Uniter and its public offices to the south of this building. If this mystery beast is one of their experiments, then they will surely have the more information to offer you. Well, then we'll head straight there. Awful succinct for somebody who's technically a shade of someone else's memory. For that matter, the memory of somebody who is now dead. I don't think I mentioned. I'm surprised I kept myself from gushing. As a matter of fact, how much I love Emmett Selk. As a villain, as a character, as an antagonist, as everything. He's so layered, he's so deep. And Square Enix really hit it out of the park. But I'm pretty sure that's the consensus. Most people love Emmett Selk. Welcome to the public offices of the Academia Uniter. The hallowed halls of the Academia itself are restricted to accredited scholars. Ah, my apologies. If I am not mistaken, your residency was arranged directly by Emmett Selk himself. As such, you have been granted special dispensation to enter our prestigious institution. Might I ask what has prompted your visit with us today? Monsters. I see. Yes, that particular creation is under our supervision. Wait, it is? If you would like to confirm the beast's containment yourself, then might I suggest a tour of the grounds. Our head researcher is in residence, and may be available to answer questions about the experiment you described. Your zeal for knowledge is impressive in one so young. I do implore you, however, to be careful inside the academia. Mind what you touch, and try not to distract the other researchers from their work. Finally, I must insist that you report to me on your return. It wouldn't do to lose track of our little visitor. This way, if you please. Academia Nider, now accessible. Now, interestingly enough, this is a dungeon, but we do not have the option to run it in the trust system. At least not yet. I believe completing it once lets you do a trust, but you don't get to do it for story purposes, and that means if we go into, I believe, battle? Where do we find that? Oh yes, trust. Everybody here is only level 71. Everybody, I mean. And this is a level 80 dungeon. We won't be able to run Academia Nider as a trust unless we grind all of our trust characters up to level 80, which is not something I plan on doing. The trust system is great for story stuff, but I really don't plan on running it for any other reason. So we'll be finding players to match with us for this particular dungeon, so I'll see you inside the Academia itself. Welcome to Academia Nider. Class is now in session. You shouldn't be in here. The beast has broken free and released the other experiments. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a pack. Hello, shark. Oh dear. Okay. I get it. Yeah, looking back, actually looking forward, actually not even forward, looking at the present, pretty sure it's a good idea we stopped here. These guys, they're a bit chunky, and they take big chunky bits out of you too. My goodness. My healer also really likes to let me sit on the edge of my HP, which is not bad if they can handle it. Just scary for me to watch, that's all. That's not a criticism. It speaks to their confidence. And my lack of confidence in myself. Oh, this is madness. Oh, it looks like you guys have done fucked up. As it turns out, you guys were as bad as the Alligans when it comes to this sort of thing. Ah, that's all of them. Oh, this is no baby shark. Alright. We charged through that quite readily. And now, if that was Baby Shark, well, here's Daddy Shark. Anybody tired of that yet? I'm sure not. Alright, here comes Mommy Shark. Also, kind of relevant. Actually, very relevant. Do you guys remember that cartoon and toy brand, Street Sharks from like the 90s? Oh shit. Move, 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 move. Move. You didn't. Oh yeah, he did. Oh boy. Move again, move again, move again. Oh boy, that was close. I think I'm safe. Yep. Oh, he wasn't. Yeah, this is basically just tag team wrestling going on in here, except, you know, it's real. And yes, I am suggesting that video games are more real than pro wrestling. Fucking fight me. Oh, it's dead. It is cadaverific. Oh, I'm moving the wrong way. No, I'm not. You were. That's okay. Now, this one's not happy that its husband is dead, but it's okay. It can join it in the afterlife. What have we got for loot? We're at a level 430. You know, that ain't... fuck it, I'll determine whether or not I could use it later. Now, we do have some literature here that we're not going to read. Maybe I'll do a run-through of these dungeons just for that after, since we'll have some time. Fun fact, you can actually run through dungeons in, I forget what they call it, spectator mode or something like that. I'll figure it out after. It lets you go through dungeons without any enemies, without any bosses or anything. It just lets you take pictures and read stuff. At least I sure hope it lets you read stuff. Holy hell. Hi, giant-ass AoE. How are you today? Alright, the Marquee Marble. As if regular marbles weren't bad enough. I do believe I just missed the fucking tank buster, and ate shit for it. Well, I'll be on the lookout next time. It wasn't that, by the way. For this, you want to be on her sides. I say her. I don't know if it's actually a her. God, I kinda hope not. Because once she's done flailing her tentacles around, well, she makes herself a little bit sick. As that guy just found out. Ow. Oh yes, you want to be careful. Don't stand in the purple. Once again, be very careful. Oh, I got that piece of gear. I actually don't know if I needed that, but... well, I suppose if we're just going to stand here, that's fine. You do not want to be standing in front of her, friend. You remember what happened last time, don't you? Clearly you don't. Oh well. That's okay. You know, I'm shell-trunning, because I know she's gonna lash again. Or not. Don't stand in the purple. No, do not. Here come the tentacles again. Well, I could stand in front for the first barrage. Okay, I've been sitting on my magic casts for quite some time now, so I imagine you also don't want to be in the back since there's a mouth there too. Down she goes. Good show, friends. What do we have for loot? Something I cannot use and something I cannot use, as it tends to go. Only a little more to go. Oh dear. This is never meant to happen. Flee. Flee once you came. The situation is worse than we thought, or something like that. I couldn't read it all. It was too quick. Anyway, these things... oh, these things. No, fucking wrong button. These things need to die quick. I would much rather take them on alone. Because of an ability they can cast. Not this one. That one. Well, that was a sad magic combo, but it had to be done in order to get off that stun. That causes huge group-wide damage. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, we're good. And I would rather avoid it altogether, to be honest. Somebody grab that chest, if you please. Thank you. Well, it wasn't anything worth grabbing, apparently. This is madness. What do we do? Yeah. As enlightened as they were, even the ancients weren't beyond massive fuck-ups like this. And yes, they are called ancients, apparently. I guess they just never became Asians until after the Sundering. Perhaps Asian means something in their language that we've yet to discover. Or maybe it has been said in the lore and I've just missed it, or it's expanded upon elsewhere. I know there are a few short stories and everything. But apparently they were just called Ancients, or at the very least, that's what they're referred to now. I have been corrected a few times in the comments on some of my reaction videos when referring to them all as Ascians. But I suppose we'll find out come Endwalker. 9 days. 9 days until Endwalker. I can't wait. Another earring. Another evil armor. Man, you guys were designing some real horrors in here. Look at this thing. It's terrifying. Engendered Soma. That's an interesting idea. Soma being part of the conscious mind, I believe. Ready for a Final Fantasy VIII reference. I offer up my life's energies in the name of noble creation. Come forth, Quetzalcoatl! Tame the frenzy which profanes these halls! The Guardian Force, Quetzalcoatl. A big Final Fantasy VIII reference, which I'm quite happy for. Alright, friends. Ready? Let's put this bird in a cage. Preferably a grounded one. As you can see, starting off, most of these mechanics are very straightforward. Oh yes, the DPS want to gather those glowing orbs. And we are going to get shoved back. We want to very quickly run between these growing, whatever you call them, domes of electricity, and get as close up to the boss as we possibly can to avoid being shocked. Oh, Buzz killed. I got Buzz killed. I didn't get to finish off my magic combo. Alright. Should be able to just slip right on between these. There we go. And down it goes. I don't know why you have the solemn look. Nope, and everybody's gone and left. Well, we got a belt of casting that we didn't need, but that's okay. Off we go. Well, we're back. Let's go ahead and see what the academic has to say. Ah, our studious visitor returns. What did you think of our experiments? Were your questions answered in a satisfactory manner? The scholars had turned into monsters, the experiments had escaped. I never thought of La Habrea as an academic, or I have nothing more to ask. Do we get to ask all of these? Well, let's hope that we do, but we'll start with La Habrea. Oh my, yes. There are few who can match his knowledge and expertise in the field of phantom creation. You passed through the words of La Habrea, did you not? I imagine you found the research material there to be of particular interest, considering the purpose of your visit. Was there aught else which piqued your curiosity? I shall endeavor to provide you with the answers to the best of my ability. We do get to ask more. The scholars had turned into monsters. What you witnessed would not have been transformation magics. 'Tis more likely you observed the results of our research into advanced creation. Shape-changing is a temporary effect at best. Creation, on the other hand, converts one's life energies into ether, which is then expended to bring a well-constructed concept into solid reality. By combining the ether of many individuals, we can theoretically create entities of ever greater complexity and grandeur, the methodology of which is the focus of our current experiments. Because they were looking to summon Zodiark by converting half their population into a primal. Was there aught else? Okay. Experiments had escaped. Escaped? I should think not. The Academia United boasts the most secure facilities and research protocols of any institution on this star. Ah, but they were scheduled to conduct research on those samples we captured from across the sea. Is it possible they were even more potent than we anticipated? Yet even if such were the case, one cannot dismiss the resourcefulness of our scholars, not to mention the presence of the esteemed La Habrea. Yes, I am certain they will soon have the situation well in hand. You needn't worry your young mind about such things, and do not be discouraged. 'Tis a pity your inquiries were disrupted this time, but there will be other opportunities to visit. Was there aught else which piqued your curiosity? Okay, the same thing. I have nothing more to ask. No? Nothing? Well, as long as your thirst for knowledge has been slaked, then we should consider your visitation time well spent. As for the creature you suspected has broken free, rest assured that our officials will be taking up the thread of your investigation. You are certain it was not within the Academia grounds? If by some miracle Archaeotania has gained its freedom, then what has become of the researchers tasked to contain it? Oh, idle musings, nothing more. Was there not an acquaintance waiting news of your progress? Best not to keep them in the dark. It seems the Academia Uniter has no further information for you regarding the mystery beast. Return to the derelicts and make your report to the overwrought Ondo. Have fun, friend. Have fun reliving the prelude to Apocalypse forever, I guess. What a terrible fate. You have returned. What of the ancients? How do we soothe their rancor? You mean the beast escaped? It was not released to torment us? A terrible creation indeed if it can slip the bonds of the ancients. And yet it is a relief to know that we did not slight the old ones, that it was not our deeds which summoned forth this fiend. I will swim back to the cups and consult my comrades. We must think on a strategy. Though huge in size, the beast is swift, elusive, My kin would be glad to have your aid in seeking its tracks. Finless ones do best where there is no water, and the sea has yet to reclaim our home. Come to the ocean floor, land dweller. Come and hunt the beast. Well, you know, I don't think we'll be doing that. I don't think we'll be going into the ocean with this guy. I've had my fill of side quests for the moment, at least ones that have no relevance or anything to gain. But what I am going to do is go back into Academia Nider without any enemies, and we'll read through the reading material that we were presented with there. Here we go. The first piece of literature. We're here in Explorer mode. This Hall of Learning was established in honor of the first Mitron, a scholar renowned for his exceptional contributions to our marine biosphere. It is here that many ichthyologists seek to follow in Mitron's footsteps and engender sea creatures characterized by traits both unique and beneficial. Diversity is the key to a robust star. The ocean is the soup of life, and we must endeavor to enhance its richness. Such were the words of Mitron, and they guide our research to this day. Oh yes, you can also mount up in dungeons on Explorer mode, making their traversal that much easier. Here's another one. Did you know that the original Halmarut, a man lauded for countless advancements in the field of phytobiology, was an avid landscape gardener? He was famed for botanical labyrinths of intricate design, the foliage of which he sought to protect from voracious pests with the inventive application of creation magics, a recreational project said to have led to the evolution of the world's first carnivorous plants. Students of his research later expanded upon those early techniques and successfully developed an extended family of ambulatory flora. If you too wish to set down roots in this fertile field of study, hearken you to the words of Halmarut and submit your application to the Academia. Makes me wonder if Halmarut was also part of the convocation. We really don't know all of their names. Some have only just been mentioned. Others, like Halmarut, only really appear in text. And here's the next one, a research report. The instances of spontaneous creation occurring in the lands across the ocean are now a confirmed phenomenon. Seemingly unguided by conscious will, these aberrations are said to manifest as malformed beasts of nightmarish aspect and unrestrained ferocity. High-ranking phantomologists have since been dispatched to afflicted areas where they conducted the capture and transport of a single entity. This specimen, characterized by a disproportionately large mort, was dubbed Archaeotania, and investigations into its etheric composition are ongoing. Archaeotania! That was the thing that escaped. A theory posited by the esteemed La Habrea suggests that the shapes these fiendish beings assume is not random, but rather an amalgamation of the fears which lurk beneath our rational minds. As of this writing, researchers have begun pursuing methods by which potent guardians of deliberate design might be engendered to stand against this mounting threat. Ah, hence the term guardian force, beyond just a reference to Final Fantasy VIII. How fascinating. It's a good thing we came back through here, and I do believe this is the end, or close to it. Ah yes, that was the only one left. So, that brings us to the end of Explorer mode here. But, just one last interesting thing is you can use whatever limit break you want, and you can also spawn a striking dummy. But this allows you to see all the different kinds of limit breaks that you're able to cast, including the very impressive shield wall, or last bastion as it were. You can also switch classes here, so you can even see in detail what kind of limit breaks are available to all the different jobs if you wanted to. Including the extremely impressive Chimasuri, for the ninja specifically. And you can see it all without having to focus on continuing a fight. Oh, I have to be out of combat, I see. Can I get rid of the striking dummy? Oh yes, and that ends combat. Very good. So let's just because we're here. What? Why not? There we go. Not that I need this thing here, but Healing Wind, which I believe was one of Aerith's abilities in Final Fantasy VII. Breath of the Earth, very pretty. And finally, Angel Feathers. An ability I thankfully have not had to use yet. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I have to see that again. I'm sorry, but that's cute. We haven't seen Seraph. I haven't gotten to... Oh, that's adorable. I haven't gotten to use her yet. But, that's cute. Apparently, it's different for even the healers, which is cool. And finally, we have the magic users. Oh, right, that's targeted. Sky Shard. Cool. Then we have Starstorm. Cool, it's just a meteor shower. And finally, Terra Flare. Well, if you don't think that's impressive, then I don't know who you are, or what planet you come from. Oh, but that was cool. Please? Okay, thank you. Okay, that's enough of that. So, just out of curiosity, I did check to see if there was indeed a follow-up quest to Academia Uniter, because the idea of one of the beasts from the final days escaping and now terrorizing the Ondo was an interesting idea. And there is a follow-up, it's just not a quest. It's a fate. And it's not currently spawned, so I couldn't even show it to you. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave that be. You don't get much story out of it, really. So anyway, we're going to continue with another dungeon quest. By the time you hear this... Excuse me, a word if you'd be so kind. We of the Crystarium Guard have a request to make of you. Our researchers are planning to enter the Crystal Tower to learn more of its history. However, there is a problem. Now, what I'm about to tell you to reveal is strictly confidential. Were word to get out, panic would spread throughout the citizenry. Our scouts have reported that ferocious beasts and bizarre machines roam in the hallways. Until we can eliminate these threats, none may enter. Strange ethereal readings have also been detected, and we suspect that the phenomena are linked. The Exarch has ordered us to seek your aid in making the tower safe for our researchers to go about their work. He mentioned that you are better equipped than most to face the dangers that lurk in the tower, though he elected not to go into detail. Is this true? Very much so. Then your prior experience may prove beneficial. Come, let us proceed to the entrance. Let's do so. I wonder what prompted Graha to let people into the tower after all. I mean, I know he's let people in there to scavenge materials and the like, but he's kept most of its secrets, well, secret. I take it your preparations are complete? Listen carefully. You are to lead a party of elite troops into the tower and respond to any hostility with lethal force. Once the way is clear, the researchers can begin their expedition. Our main objective is to identify the source of the ethereal disturbance. The tower cannot be considered safe until we do so. Should you encounter any opposition beyond your capabilities, you are to withdraw immediately. I wish you the best of luck. The twinning is now accessible. And we will head right inside to follow up on this mystery of the Crystal Tower.
Well, welcome to the twinning. I invite you to listen to this amazing and strangely familiar music. Let's feel out what our healer is comfortable with. Quite a bit, actually. I think we're good enough to grab some larger packs. Deep within the Crystal Tower. Beneath it this time. To a place that we have yet to go. Even during the initial Crystal Tower raid, we haven't been this deep in. It seems we can't grab a larger pack. We are physically restrained from doing so. We can't go any farther. With us, friends? Very good. Let's get a head start. Oh dear, why would you do that, robots? They went and let it out. Sheltron, just to keep the heat down. And on to the first boss, the Alpha Zagnol. Or Zagnal. In Final Fantasy IX, there was a monster called Zagnol. Pointing this way. Fuck, wrong ability. Now with this guy, you want to be wary of where you're pointing, or where you're standing rather, when he does his attacks like this. Because you don't want to cleave into your friends, like they just did, and you don't want to cleave into these things. Doing so will release them, and that's not good for anybody. Especially not us. Yeah, we want it over here. And we want it very close. Danger close to the other puddle, please. Because, as you can see, a second puddle gets dropped. Let's pull him over to this end now. I think that's a good idea. Gives us plenty of room to maneuver. These guys don't seem to agree, though. Oh boy. Come here. Since you insist on bringing friends to the fight. At least he was easily dealt with. Oh, good. Now there's more of them. Oh, you are dead. You are cadaverific. And you know what? It ain't my fault. I'm gonna say not me on this one. I am, however, going to Shelltron the hell out of myself. Well, only one person died, and he's not dead anymore, so... all's forgiven. Bracelet, don't need, I'm pretty sure. Earrings, definitely don't need. And we are moving even lower. Now, as you can see, there are Ironworks data logs down here, which we will be reading in Explorer mode afterward. I know my commentary is thrilling right about now, but you've all seen this before. You know how dungeons go. But as you can see, we weren't the first people down here. Oh dear. Oh, I saw my life flash before my eyes again. But thankfully, we're fine. Now, these next parts, they get a little bit clusterfucky. But I'm confident that our healer can handle it, and that I can also handle it. These may be my last words, but, you know, it's better than hold my beer anyway. You fucking come here. We're gonna play it safe. As soon as this Shelltron runs out, I'm gonna hallowed ground. Oh my god, healer, overheal me, come on! Oh dear, like I say, the only HP that matters is the last one, but that doesn't keep it from being scary. I mean, props to you. If you feel that confident in your healing abilities that you can do that, I sure don't. Alright, next boss. Mithridates. Mithridates, I think. You know, I just watched a guide on this and I don't really remember it either. Dodge orbs and the AoEs get thin and dicey, so watch out for that. That's all I remember from this fight. And I just watched a guide on it, so that shows you what kind of attention span I have. Yeah, so these are the orbs that you want to dodge. We should be safe here. Yep. Laser blade. Yes. The safe zones get very thin here, which is probably what I should have said, but I think they got the idea. Ah, good. Here comes a limit break. Elegant Thunder, just make sure to keep that away from your friends. more orbs, but we should be safe here. Now the only problem is, this is also happening. But if you're careful, you should be just fine. Oh, you're gonna get hurt. Oh, I saw what you tried to do there. It would have been so cool if you'd landed it, guy. I'm sorry. Oh dear, the healer is dead. Well, thankfully it didn't matter much. We were close enough to the end that we didn't all die. Alright. We have dove deep into the pit of the Crystal Tower where they store all their ether, and just look at it. This place is teeming with ether. We even have constructs of pure ether. Let's go ahead and pause it here. Come here, you. Alright. Oh, it didn't really give us anything good. Oh well. Onward then. These guys I am going to hold here, because they do some pretty crazy AoEs. And considering this healer's tendency to let me drop pretty low, and nuts, I'm not faulting him for it, but considering this tendency, I think I'm more comfortable just taking these packs one at a time. Wow, I probably could have done all of them at once, come to think of it. There were only 2 other enemies here. Oh dear, but look at that safe zone. Imagine that, but times 3. Oh, you got fucked. It's hard to see. It's part of the reason why I did that. The safe zone is right in the middle of them all. Also, note the names of these things. Thermocoil Boil Busters. What does that remind you of? Oh yeah. Say hello to a familiar old friend. And some memories. The Tycoon, the artificial enigma, with the ironworks signal plastered on its ass, for that matter. All right. Let's do it. These guys that I'm grouping with, they were chatting earlier. I blocked out the chat, at least I hope I remembered to. Because it had some spoilery stuff. But they were talking about the Alexander fight and how they were excited for it. Well, this is Alexander. For all intents and purposes, this is Alexander. An artificially created Alexander. And the time travel mechanics have only gotten crazier. Oh yes, watch out for those. Holy shit. Oh my god, please heal me. Please, please, please heal me. Thank you, my god. Oh god. That hurt. We need to know where these are coming from. Okay, I think I'm safe. Think being the operative word. I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, getting hit with both of those would be basically an instant kill. So you need to be really sure of where you're standing in this fight. I think I'm safe here. Oh god, it's becoming... Oh shit. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. This is one of the only safe spots, I believe. Oh god. The healer's dead. We're gonna keep trying. We can do this. Okay, I can't wait any longer. I need to use hallowed ground. Oh dear. Oh no, it's up to you, Dr. Grant. Oh, if you don't. Oh, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Oh, saved by the final party member. Phew, we did it. That was dicey as hell. It was the healer's first time here. Carry y'all asses, he says. Except Foxy. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I was there right till the end with you too. That was a dicey end. I really thought we were gonna lose it right at that tiny sliver of HP. But we made it. Excellent work. Not only did you reveal the cause of the ethereal fluctuations, you were able to remove the threat entirely. Thanks to you, the researchers have already completed their preliminary observations. Their findings were somewhat surprising. The Crystal Tower appears to not have been created by the Runkins or any other known civilization. Its origins are veiled in mystery, much like the Exarch and yourself. Forgive me, it is not the time for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact, though its purpose is unclear. It may even be purely decorative. Well, let's see it. Have you ever encountered anything like this? As a matter of fact, we have. It's a data server. A recording device.
Has come to carry out our plan. This'll be my last recording. With the tower activated and the temporal displacement apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. I'm sorry, I truly am. I wish there was another way. But you are our last best chance of success, our only hope. Your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space. Where our technology is advanced as that of the Alligans, perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. But when you are finally reunited, all the hardship, all the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you leave behind. And we'll be thinking of you too, for as long as this world lasts, though I fear it will not be for much longer. This is Biggs, third of his name. 18th president of— oh fuck, I skipped it. God damn it, why did I do that? I hit the wrong damn button. A person's voice coming from a machine? To be honest, I cannot make heads nor tails of it. Do you have any idea what that was about? I can't believe I fucking skipped it. That pisses me off. Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. It was Biggs's descendant, still working on the tower. Still working in the ironworks. Damn it, I did it again. I'm hitting the buttons. Though one thing was clear, even to me. The people who left the message were facing a great catastrophe. They placed their faith in the Crystal Tower in much the same way we have ever done ever since the Flood of Light. Our prayers for salvation were answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us and freed us from the terror of the Sin Eaters. I sense that this is all made possible by those people from a long time forgotten. We should do our utmost to learn more of them. Perhaps the researchers will uncover more of these messages. In any case, you have performed admirably in the service of the Crystarium. We may need your strength, need of your strength and guidance in days to come. Until then, fare you well. Well, I'm a bit salty at myself for skipping that dialogue, but you guys can go back and pause it. And read through it. Thanks, Biggs. Third of his name. 18th President of Garland Ironworks. There we go. Alright, there's one more thing that we're going to do, and that is go back into the twinning. We're going to put on Explorer mode. And we're going to read those research notes. Ironworks data log 2.5. I'm not sure if there was a 1.5. If there was, I missed it. I looked long and hard for it. Our only hope lies in the Crystal Tower, though it did not yield its secrets easily. Even opening the doors was a monumental undertaking. Without the Founder's dialogues and the NOAA reports left by the Sons of St. Koinok, we would never have stood a chance of succeeding. None of us were prepared for the spectacle that awaited us when we first stepped into the tower. To be surrounded by the marvels of a lost age took our breath away, and there at its center we found him. Graha Tia, locked in slumber. I can just picture him, sitting up there on Zan's oversized throne.
Datalog 3.5. Our research into the Emperor's throne is almost complete, as we now understand the methods used to open a doorway to the world of darkness, otherwise known as the 13th. So that's how their research led to this conclusion. However, this is only the beginning of our plan. Even if we find a way to the first, it is already too late to prevent the 8th Umbral Calamity. For that, we must travel not only to another world, but to another time. Thankfully, the datalogs gathered over the years, detailing battles with various primals, pointed us in the right direction. Now who was able to jump through time? Just as we thought the pieces were in place, we came to a realization that traversing time and space has its difficulties. It is one thing to possess the technology necessary to enable such a feat, quite another to actually perform it. The interdimensional rift, as it was called in the Founder's datalogs, is what I can only describe as infinite chaos. To navigate it would take expertise far beyond our ken. There was, however, once a being capable of exactly that, the one known as Omega. And yet, despite all the research carried out, the mystery of how it was able to cross the rift remains unsolved. So we went in search of Omega weapon, or at least the knowledge it possessed. Alright. So as it turns out, that was all of them. There was no 1.5 and there was no 4.5, so we can go ahead and leave this dungeon now, and we will come to a close for this episode. And we stand now at the base of the Crystal Tower for the end of today's episode. It went on quite a bit longer than I imagined it would. I'm glad I decided not to stick it on to the end of the previous one, otherwise it would have gone on way longer than I expected. So, lots of lore reveals in this episode. A lot of closure for what would have been our world had we not intervened, had Graha not intervened, and a little insight into the timeline that will never be. So, in the next episode, we're going to do something a little different. Again, we're going to start the first tier of a raid. So I'll see you then. Take care until the next one, everyone. Bye.